Hi, everyone out there in Seattle. I'm hearing some echo.
Don't worry, we're all learning here.
Hi, everyone out there in TV land. I am Krista Joy, joined by mentor extraordinaire Scatsman, and we are here to experience some great open, assured action here between mentees Hossleostros and Bobsled. Hoss being mentored by Gumby and Bobsled being mentored by former mentee Zach Sarai, who's made it to the big leagues. Now, what is open assured? I know you guys are chomping at the bits to know what that is. Open assured means that the whole world is your oyster, but you have two Genesis points. One of them being Link's house in the middle of the map. That usually will allow you to start going the uncle route, and the other one being Sanctuary. That's for our cat lovers and scats. Are you excited as I am? That's for
I
our
am
cat lovers
super
and
excited.
scats. Are you
This
excited as I
tournament
am?
has lit a fire under me, and I am just excited to go. So Krista, you said about different starts. What's your favorite start? Sanctuary, or are you an Uncle start?
Well, I am definitely a Sank starter because I love, since we are in a short sword, which means we do start with a sword, we can start trying to divvy up and getting those prize packs in there and seeing if we can get some bombs. And CAC is a very dense set of checks. So I prefer that over the Uncle starters, which is usually going into Hyrule Castle. How about you, Scats?
Well, for an open seed, I've been going more Sanctuary, but I like the Uncle start in Open Assured because we start with the sword. That gives us the opportunity to get ourselves into Hyrule Castle right away. And that gets you a lot of checks.
You're absolutely right, because if perchance the Blue Knights are in that premium price packs, you are definitely looking at 8 bombs full magic and the potential of using that sword, since in open keys are native to their locations, of doing Dark Escape. And
Ooh, and we have an
Divergence.
immediate divergence.
So we're gonna test our ideology, Scats. Which one is the better route?
Now, there can be something to say said for like Sanctuary start if the small key's there and you don't have early gloves. But I don't know. I think with the sword, we're gonna see. Ooh, we got red rupees off of a tree pole. Good
Yeah,
knowledge on that.
tool is absolutely amazing because that will give, Haas that opportunity to do bottle vendor very easily. Unfortunately, Uncle giving a piece of heart, and we have the vanilla mushroom location not having anything worth anything, piece of heart, and
Yeah.
I think it was $20 actually,
Yeah, with the
and
red rupee, I don't know. I think this early on, especially with like you said, the bottle vendor coming up,
take
I'd
it.
take the early money.
Yeah, but we're gonna get that right there, that tree pull. So $102 does clear bottle vendor, and we have that prize pack of bombs. Ooh,
All right, and we see Haas going into Hyrule Castle. Now I'm curious to see if they're gonna do a death warp here, or maybe we'll even find something even better like a lamp.
that would put Dark Escape in logic with the lamp. So if they get the key, so that would give them back of escape. But here's some bombs here. So Bobsled getting bailed out, because I was just about to say we have 100 to clear bottle vendor, but we also have in CAC additional checks that require a bomb. We
Yeah,
have
I like. I'm liking the cack start here, because now we just got gloves on Bob's side, and that
Mhm.
means that they have access to backup sanctuary with those bombs in that glove.
Yeah. So we, can kind of sort of skip, dark escape for the moment, but that does open an out of logic check towards the mountain scats.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. I've seen a lot of the mentees already seem to be very good with dark rooms, so that's definitely something important to have in your arsenal, even in an early stage.
Ooh, Master Sword. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah,
You have
cack
Moon
room paying off.
Pearl. You have Moon Pearl and a Master Sword. Now, there are some people who might be brave and say, you know what, let's go Dark Aga, look at Pyramid. But I wouldn't do that personally, but it all depends on comfort level. But Chicken Lady's Hut, what do we have here? Red Rupee.
Bucks. Yeah. Now, somebody in chat brings up a houlihan. What is that, Krista?
Houlihan has many different ways to do that. So basically, in the vanilla game, there was long ago and far away a person named Chris Houlihan who won a contest. It has hidden rupees that gives you about 255 rupees. And the easiest way is to do a sang start, go over where the fairy fountain is towards the right, jump 3 times, and that will put you into a mild invincibility state. And then you just open up that little pathway that takes you actually into the fairy room area, and that will take you to the houlihan room. There's also a way you can do it by opening the way to back of escape and laying a bomb, and that bacon sword is looking really good. Tempered
Yeah.
sword. So we need boots to get tempered sword, but getting a houlihan does, give you the money. But right now, if you really want money, I mean, you could have it for Zora scats, but because
Yeah.
Zora would be in logic
Honestly,
with the
that's usually
boss.
what I'm thinking early game. Is where am I going? A lot of people like to do water walk, and that means you need that 500 rupees for Zora. So that's always something in the back of my mind. And honestly, on Bob's side with the gloves, has the opportunity to do some of the rupee farms underneath the rocks.
Absolutely. And here we have, advantage, Bob here because he does have that master sword. Unfortunately, did lose a heart, so does, lose those beams. But having it in Mini Moldorm Cave always proves advantageous. Now we have the mirror. Scats, I see a mirror, you know where I'm going. Personally, I'm heading towards the mountain
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that,
because now you have a Hera access, and that's one of the more easy dark paths to take is rescuing the old man there. So,
yeah.
I'd be interested to see because it seems like bobsled's taken the less conventional route. We haven't even seen them touch Uncle or Hyrule Castle here.
Honestly, this is the way I route. Zax and I tend to route the same way. So this is, I wouldn't be too surprised getting that moon pearl and that mirror that we see Zax guide Bob towards the mountain because that also opens up your third entry point, which is Mountain Cave. So, that gives us easy access, grants you slightly out of logic. But what you can do for all our new runners, you can hold your sword as if you're going to spin. And what that does is it gives like a little star or a little twinkle. And you can actually use that twinkle as your guide point to traverse through that dark cave.
Yeah. Um, Now we got a quick map check on Hans's side. I didn't catch it, but I think it was all crystals. One of them being a 5-6 crystal, that red crystal. But we're gonna probably get a map check later here to just confirm.
Absolutely.
Now, I was saying, I really like Bobsled's route so far, and you know, Zaxori probably being a big part of that. But I'm
Well,
wondering the thing that most people wonder at the beginning of a seed is this an Aga seed?
you know, right now, based on, uh, let's see, because we're going to see a fake flip. So, what you want to do is you want to stand and you want the edge of your sword to lightly touch where the screen ends. And then you're going to hold up and right. And that's going to give you fake flip. As someone who has done Houlihan into Rush Hobo first check, I'm quite used to doing this. Now, with the Moon Pearl, that does open up the check for Waterfall Fairy. Because in a fake flip state, you can do Waterfall Fairy with the Moon Pearl. So this will work out great. And, Zax is probably going to tell him to combo that with Zora. So
Yeah,
we're going to see our
that's what we're gonna
Waterfall
do
Fairy
here.
pick right here.
So I just want to point out, and it looks like maybe we got some on the spot mentoring here. Bobsled was struggling with the getting that water walk state. Now you said about using the sword tip. I use a different lineup. You can see the grass texture on the ground. If you line up in between the two textures, is the correct pixel as well.
Oh, really? I'm so used to using the sword. You're probably absolutely correct. You know,
Yeah, I was with MNT earlier, and that was one of the ways that we were showing how to line it up was using the grass texture.
ah, see, I'm so I guess you could say old school. That was one of the strats from maybe 2019, the sword. That's how that's how long ago
We
I learned.
actually we have a good suggestion in chat. Says that you can use a bomb to line yourself on the transition as well, which is true. A little more dangerous, depending on what your health situation is, but it is very true.
And as predicted, we're gonna do backup escape, save quit, and go to the mountain.
Yeah, I'm interested if we don't get an answer on the mountain and this does become an Agassiz, like we get a lamp. Um, so Bobsled has not touched Hyrule Castle yet. We might be able to see a good use of the mirror there then to full clear Hyrule Castle and go into Aga.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the bug net, so we know that Aga is possible.
Oh, wait a second. We're gonna get that before the mountain. No.
I
Is
don't
this
hate
an
this.
East this is Saha the Eastern play?
Yeah, because I mean, Mountain is technically out of logic right now. Very likely we're gonna find an answer in Saha's closet or in the front side of Eastern.
Yeah,
If we're
maybe
staying in logic, you know, clean hands.
clean. You gotta remember who was my previous mentor there, Scats. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so most likely progression is more likely than not the lamp. If we see lamp, then we know it's gonna be 3 hearts.
Oh wait, where did we get Hammer? I missed that one on Hossleostros' side because
Was the dam?
that is Dark World access.
Yeah, that's 100% Dark World. So hammer is the progression right here.
Yeah. So now they're gonna. I like the start of checking South Dark World first. Gets you hype cave. It gets you a lot of quick checks, and it allows you to route the rest of the Dark World a little more efficiently.
There you go. That's
And
your
we
mountain
actually
access.
have a hype cave.
Okay, so your mountain access for this seed, you have two ways you can technically access the mountain. One is with the ocarina, and the second one is with the lamp in logic. So your mountain access for today, folks, is the ocarina.
Yeah, not actually a bad death there. I would go activate that flute.
Yeah, that's
Probably
exact.
probably actually faster in saving them time. Your best bet there would have either been, finishing your South Dark route, or actually saving and quitting and going and activating that flute if your intention is to go
I think
towards pod.
activating, Scats, I think activating the flute immediately is good because remember, since we have the flute, we've got hammer and we've got mirror. That opens up East Death Mountain. So we have the denser checks on the mountain right now. So I think Gumby is probably telling him if we were to, kind of get in the mind of the mentor, let's do the mountain, take a look at what's in, you know, Death Mountain Cave. Let's look what's on top of Death Mountain. We can tackle Hera. We can use the hammer to go to East Death Mountain, which would give us Paradox, Upper, Lower, and Spy Cave. Not Spy Cave, excuse me, Spiral Cave.
Yeah,
So,
we're looking at check density.
yeah.
Yeah, number of checks here is huge on the mountain, and if we find mitts, we could even have early Dark Mountain access.
Okay, and we're doing front to back here for saving the old man.
Now, I'm I'm curious. What if we get to Hera and we don't have a fire source?
Then it means we temporarily, it depends on what our items is. So, because we could have something just locked, key locked in Hera basement. So it may be like a map or a compass locked in the basement where we don't even have to worry about it. But did you see what the old man had to give? And that was a beautiful, beautiful cane of Samaria. Also, we're going to grab that bottle so that opens up Sick Kid back in CAC.
Yeah, and that's a easy check later with the flute.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Whenever I'm on the mountain and I have some of these items, I'm starting to think early TR dip. But we're missing some key components like the fire rod.
Well, not only that, we need mitts. We need one more
Yeah.
glove.
Yeah, I'd be hoping for mitts on the mountain, because that would make it very convenient to clear out the whole thing in one go.
Yeah, mitts would be good because that would open Mire area to mirror to desert. So there are some things you can do.
Oh yeah, see, I wasn't even thinking that. So that's actually an even better option with mitts.
Yeah, because that opens up Mire Shed as well as, desert area.
Yep, and Chad is right. MM is a red crystal, so that would you partner that with doing Hera, we would have a pyramid fairy check.
I mean, we don't have fire yet. We don't know what opens up Mire yet.
We're gonna find out here if
If we're gonna,
Hera is locked in the basement or not.
but if we're gonna do Mire, though, we'll need boots or a hook shot to get past that first area. Okay, it's not locked, so this Hera is clearable, but not full clearable. But like I said, it depends on what items we get. So if we hope and pray that the map is in Hera basement, then we can say it's full clearable. But if it is not, then we will be abandoning one item. Unless we get a fire source by some will of the Hylian gods. So,
Getting taken out by the Peahats, not fun. This is actually usually where I start recommending like NMG strats for movement and room clearing, and that was always such a big help to me as a mentee.
The pain of my existence, NMG.
Sorry. Blame map.
But NMG does come in handy because it works towards bomb conservation, also health conservation, and it comes in the biggest when it's the Moldorm battle. So yeah, understood.
Oh, true. I think that was one of my other mentors that did NMG. I'm sorry, map.
Okay, so we get the flute activation side on for bobsled, and we're about to open up the big chest here. A bomb. So we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah. I feel like bobsled is playing a little bit of catch up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think like looking side by side execution wise, I think definitely we're seeing the possibility of catching up if they stay on the same route here.
Okay. We have some really good spin strats here on Hasta's side. Ooh, we're abandoning an item. No, did we see the map? Scats?
I don't think we saw the map.
So that means map is in Hera basement. We're good to go. Because there's only 2 items, I believe, in Hera, so...
We had blueberries on big chest. What was compass chest? All right, so Haas going over doing Spiral Cave first. I actually like this. However, I probably would have scouted the floating island.
Yeah. And this move isn't so bad because he does have the mirror, so he can just mirror that block. And we get the blue pajamas, the blue mail. So for those of you who are new to the community, the blue mail will half the damage. Comes in handy unless you're trying to use KO strats to get out. Then it gets a little complicated, but we're going to use that mirror right there, and we're going to check Paradox Lower. And the one thing it doesn't work against is spikes. So natural disasters, it doesn't happen. And mechanical disasters. So
We find Ice Rod in Paradox Cave Lower. And chat confirming that we did leave an item behind in Hera basement.
oh, so we did see the map. Okay. All right, fire shield. And there's our lamp.
There's our lamp. Now, do you go back and check this, or do you save it for later?
Go back. Absolutely, 100%. You bomb yourself over here. So that's moving all the way to the edge. So that way you can bomb yourself across. And this will also allow them to scout floating island. But you go back. All right, we're getting that floating island check. Looks like powder.
A useful safety for any mentees or runners struggling to survive their fights in their dungeons.
Yeah, so, instead of going back, you take care of it now because you're literally right here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. It makes it efficient.
Yeah, this is real efficient routing right here. And there's the map. It was in, looks like compass chest. Okay, so this strat that you see in the tile room, if you are positioned over those blue pegs, that gives you invincibility from the tiles. Normally, when you get smacked by a tile, it hurts. And it hurts a lot, right, Scats?
Oh yes. And if you miss standing on the tile or you try moving while you're like this, it'll knock you out of there and you're gonna start playing goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah. Better get that sword ready. So, and it also leaves this is a time save. So, we're going to take that lamp, we're going to light this.
Definitely good to go back for it. It's gonna be interesting if we see Bobsled follow the same path and not go back.
Now, here is where I'd be looking at Skullwoods to Village of Outcasts next.
Yeah, I would definitely. I don't know that I would have put off Village of Outcasts this long.
Well, they cleared the mountain. They're clear now, so that's a perfectly fine thing. We do have that
All
key,
right.
so we see what's in Dark Escape.
Yeah, so right now our runners are cleaning up each other's checks here. So while they're doing that, make sure you give them all a follow. Don't forget to give Krista Joy a follow, our lovely tracker Fernape, and Furious as well. And do all the things. If you're here and you're not following, well, hit the follow button.
I would have saved and quit. There we go. Use the mirror, but when you fall down a hole, when you mirror, you just go to where you fell. So mirroring will not get you outside of to the entrance where you would be able to exit if you fall down a hole. And now we're going to do Sick Kid, and I would imagine into Skullwoods to Village of Outcasts. So my question to you, Scott, is when you a Greg, a green rupee, okay. Sick Kid was poor today. When you go to the dark world on this side, do you typically route Skullwoods down, or do you route Village of Outcasts up?
Well, so I think that depends where you started. So I probably would have did Hype Cave all the way over to Dig Game, leaving most of the south checks done, and I would have then did VOO Thieves Town up into Skull Woods.
Well, considering that this is Haas's first time over in this area, like I would be going Skullwoods down so that way we can do Dig Game and
Yeah.
then we can follow downward. We can do Cave 45, Stumpy, into Hype Cave.
Yeah, that's going to be their best bet right now. But it looks like we are going into VOO first.
Interesting.
I mean, we'll see what comes out of it. Could always get lucky, pull boots, or something that speeds them up.
Or better yet, Fire Rod.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for that. We're looking for bow too.
But if you get boat, that's a whole game changer because that means, we're gonna look at pod. We're definitely looking at pod because they have enough money to obviously to cover, the Kiki tax. So, and I'm not sure if they have per se anything to do any bottle glitches to bypass that right side if pod is bow locked. So, and on Zaxxas and Bobsled side, they are doing Hera basement.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been a little bit of a feels bad. I mean, we don't know yet if that's required, but it would have been a last location if it got skipped.
Little bit
Got
intrigued by the release of the Good Bees because for those of you who are not in the know, if you give the Good Bee to a certain bottle vendor in CAC, you get 100 buckaroos for each Good Bee. So you can farm money if you have Good Bees. And we're going into Thieves Town, so let's see what the front four has to offer. One of them most definitely will be a big key. So let's see what the three other checks offer us. What are you hoping to see in Thieves Town, Scats?
Well, I'm looking at crystals here. We don't have desert access yet. Mitts would be amazing. Let's get some vanilla or French vanilla mitts in Thieves Town. That would open up the rest of like your blacksmith chain, give you a reason to go down south. And that would also open up some of our mountain. And I believe you said earlier that also gives us mire and desert.
Yeah, Mitts opens up quite a bit, and we have 2 out of 3 medallions. So there's a 2 out of 3 chance that, we can open up Mire. We can't do anything yet, but, at least we'll get that knowledge. And this is Pendant Thieves Town. Yeesh. Ooh, front four didn't have anything worth anything. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I would still go in and dip it, and it looks like that's what they're doing. I saw the mirror, I wasn't sure, but it looks like they're gonna go in. I think it's worthwhile.
Absolutely. I mean, you have the ability, you have the hammer, which means that you can definitely do the Thief Sound Big Key chest.
Yeah,
And
if it would have been, a few items in the front, it may have been worth the skip, but we have quite a few to go get, and this is a fairly fast dungeon, so.
yeah, little bit scary there being on half heart, but yeah, I suppose that was why Haas went to Flute to 2 to get
Yeah,
those.
get safeties. It's never hurts. Never hurts. It's faster than dying.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Part
And
of me wants to see some kind of speed increase, like hookshot or boots. We
yeah,
are 30 minutes in and still walking.
yeah, that hurts more than anything, That's why people love casual boots and kabuki because, you have those boots and you get to go fast. But you know what they say, slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, well, also that brings up a point about desert. We may be boots locked for desert and have mire access as well. So we would need at least one of those to get either of those dungeons.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying before. We can't really do anything in Mire unless we have hookshot or boots, because you can bonk off the block, which will cover the gap. You do have Samaria and Illumination, so you can get through Dark Mire. But, it's that first room that'll get you. And for desert, boots can be an issue. So you have to check the torch to see if that's what's holding the big key.
We have hashtag down with boots in chat.
But but I'd like to see, now, here's a hot take, Scats, I'd like to actually see a bow. Because I am an ardent pod believer. And if it brings them to pod, we get to see one of the happiest dungeons out there. And here we go. Big chest survey says, oh, disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, bow would give us 2 completable dungeons. That would give us pod and eastern. We have the mirror, and we have the flute. It's quick and easy to get to.
Ooh, we have a premium prize right there. So, all right, will this be on script? Not quite.
It looks good to start. It looked good to start. Best thing for mentees is to practice the script, and having the fire shield helps.
There's hope. There's hope.
Well, they did grab safeties, and they are using it. So smart on their half for knowing their capabilities and how to get through the fights.
Now, you know what could have helped in this situation? Scats. One of my favorite.
Cane of blind slaying?
The bees act as a distraction for the heads when they separate from Blind's body. So when in desperation. But there's also another way you can attack Blind, and that's using Cane of Samaria. When in doubt, Samaria it out. Because I have had to use that on several occasions.
Now, the only thing with the bees, I think they lock onto the head that they're attacking.
If it distracts it from shooting at me, I will use everything I have. But I love Samaria because using the old Tetris block has saved me many occasions. Does it mean that I stay on script most of the time? Probably not. But, if you're in SOS perilous mode, you try to attack it with everything you have. And sometimes you will enter Thieves' Town without a sword. So you have to use what little bit you have.
Yeah, I just told a mentee earlier, it's sometimes helpful to just go into a boss fight and survive. Just see what they move, how they move, what they do, how you have to damage them. It's not, you're not always going to have the correct tools for every boss, and you got to use what you have.
Now, I honestly, at this point, since we're going this route, the little store by Dark Lake Hylia that sells the red potions? I have a feeling I would buy a red potion glitch and go to pod.
Yeah, I believe somebody in chat brought that up. A little bit of a trickier one, but not too difficult, and probably something that like Zax or one of the other mentors could walk a mentee through on the fly.
Here we go. We're getting the potion purchases here. So we may see.
I was gonna ask if we're even checking Skullwoods here. It looks like we might be avoiding.
We're gonna see it. Because you could route pod to pyramid to everyone's favorite check, catfish.
Yeah, and I don't believe anybody has dipped Have we
one.
dipped Eastern?
No, not yet. So you can wombo combo it with Eastern, step back into the portal.
Yeah, I think that's a good move, and uh, we still have Saha on Haas's side, so we're gonna get a lot of check density then. Yeah, because that's what 6 checks. 6? Oh my god, dungeon counts.
But I'm glad to see Pod, you know. That's you always have to believe in Pod. That's like one of the unknown rules of the game. Always believe
Yeah,
in Pod.
I'm more likely to do pod than I don't know about all the overworld checks here on Bobsled's side.
I understand why they're doing it, and the way they're routing that is actually a good way because while you're doing the Kiki run, you're going to be over Saha. So you might as well go ahead and take care of that while you're there. So that's completely understandable.
Okay, okay, I didn't see it that way. I like that, Nen.
I am okay. I understand why they're doing it this way. So they're doing Eastern first to get
Eastern, wait,
because
I
it's
guess
the
it
light
doesn't
mode.
matter. But yeah, they're gonna come out of pod and do pyramid and catfish probably
Yeah, so
afterwards.
they're doing Eastern so they can go back. So it's
Yeah,
slightly in reverse from what I was saying, but along the same routing ideal.
hoping
So I
for a vanilla bow maybe.
yeah. So they're trying to see if there's a French vanilla bow here. That way they don't have to waste the potion because you know Haas does have blue potions and those do hit your pocketbook after a while. And plus it gives him full dark world. He could just focus once they get out of pod, just go right on to pyramid and then do catfish.
Yeah,
So,
and I think doing it that way, doesn't that save you a mirror transition as well then?
yes, it does.
And
But
for the
honestly, I
mentors that
would
don't
say,
know, sorry,
but I
go
would,
ahead, go ahead.
but Scats, honestly, me personally, I would believe more in pod than Eastern. And maybe that makes me a heathen Eastern unbeliever, but
Yeah, check density. I mean, you have more checks available in pod,
mhm,
more likely to be in there.
yeah. So now if we get because this is the furthest we can go right here, big key chest. So, and then that's it. We can't go any further here in Eastern, but we can mirror, then hit the transition.
So yeah, I was gonna say, one thing that a lot of mentees are learning is screen transitions, mirror transitions. These things all cost time.
Yeah, here we go. So we're going into pod. So here we go. The belief in pod, and I think I get where they're coming from. I understand fully Gumby's routing,
There's our
and
mitts. We had mitts on big key chest on bobsled side.
yeah, they're doing pod.
Yeah. I guess I see where pod first here is the better play. I like the idea of Eastern first. Yeah, at least in this scenario.
Okay, we're setting up for potion glitch right here on Bob's side. So Are we doing this with a fairy?
Yeah, that is a
Zach
tricky
with,
one.
Zach's with the unconventional bottle glitch.
Oh, I think they didn't hug the corner.
No, they didn't. Oh, noes.
Yeah, very important to hug the corner in this glitch. What they're trying to do is unlock the camera.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if you don't hold onto that wall very closely, you will move the camera ever so slightly, and it will not work this time around.
Now, this can be a little tricky for our newer runners, especially if they are brand new. And that is to do what's called a mimic clip. So,
I think we were I think we thought about it, but we were giving it up. That's a little bit tricky to explain on the fly too.
yeah, because it's very pixel dependent. And if you haven't practiced it before, it will be very difficult.
So we saw using the Cane of Samari to hit the switch. There's actually a lineup you can use if you just put the block against the chest there. It
Yeah.
will actually hit the switch from that point.
Now, I wonder if Zax is talking to Bob right now, asking, what is your comfort level with Hammer Yum?
Yeah, that's one I just went over as well today, and that was a tricky one that took me a while to get down. It's a lot of timing, it's a lot of pixels.
We're about to find out on Bob. Okay, no comfort level yet. So we are
Yeah,
using
yeah.
Peter.
This early. Some of the runners are going to be learning those tricks this week, and frankly, this is the first day, second day, and you know, not a lot of time to practice a lot of these things that we're teaching
Yeah,
them.
because with mimic clipping, you gotta get right into the wall, and then you gotta kind of move into a position. It really is kind of based on time and how you position yourself into the wall. So that takes a lot to do, you know, and that takes a bit of practice. So we have Bob utilizing the fillet, which we call the bug net.
Yeah, this isn't key sanity, but yeah, I mean, good
The reason,
practice, right? Good practice.
the reason why I said hammer yumping is that they only had one key. And if they wanted to open up Harmless Hellway, they'd have that key there. But
We have Telethar in chat saying that we need to walk right with the fairy, not left. So that could be why the trick failed with the fairy.
oh yeah,
That is one I'm gonna practice too, because that could be what I was doing wrong with the fairy revival.
I just use a potion. I will admit, fairy is kind of extra work. And looks like Piece of Heart.
I think Bobsled was using a fairy because of the prize pack drop. They were able to catch them outside.
Oh, we're getting our first look into Meyer Shed here on Haas's side. Using good use of invincibility frames. Another bottle with a fairy in it. So that's our third bottle, Scats.
Yeah. I don't know. I am a bottle believer. I like to have all my bottles.
Absolutely.
You can never have too many safeties.
Here's our moment of truth. Is desert boot slop? Scats, what are you saying? Survey says.
I'm thinking not. I'll put my money on not.
Okay, so gonna be telling. Oh,
Oh, it is
survey
boot
says
slop.
it is most definitely boot slop. So in order to get that key off the torch, everyone, you will definitely need the boots. So this is what we call a boot slop dungeon. Now, we have the key to the right side of desert. Let's
Surely it wouldn't put boots on the right side of desert.
let's roll the dice, Scats. What are you hoping for? Are you hoping to find the miracle of boots here in the right side?
I think the seed is memeing, and this is gonna be Bo.
That's a compass looking bow. But come on, give our runner something good.
Ooh,
Flippers!
flippers.
Wow. You know what
Are
that
we
means?
going into left side swamp?
Oh, you want them to go into Hookless Swamp? Cats, I thought you loved the Mentees. Oh boy.
I love the Mentees. But I love the memes more.
Boots
And there's
run.
boots. Did nobody scout Desert Ledge?
Nobody scouted it. Oh baby.
Oh man.
This is 100% full clearable. We're getting a crystal, folks.
Well, all right then.
Let's go bonk that torch.
Never punished, I guess, right?
We use that phrase for a certain person that shall not be named. But
I think
Scats.
that gets used a lot for me sometimes too. The way I route.
Scats, here is the $10 million question. Do
Oh,
you
gosh.
remember what was in the library?
I don't. What was in the library?
It was a wonderful tempered sword, I believe.
Oh, I will always take sword upgrades. Always take sword upgrades.
So,
The question is, do they spend the time to go get back and get it?
when do you route it? Cause do you wait until you get potential fire rod and you have to go to Skull Woods, which will take you back to CAC, and you could just kind of dip the library? Or do you say,
I just had the moment of probably saying it in my head the same time Zexor I was saying to Bobsled, why aren't you using the mirror?
oh no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of them beat Hera. We're questioning it.
So,
Ooh, very nice strats with using the ice rod to get a lot of damage on landmos really quick.
yeah. Fire rod and ice rod put a hurtin' on Landmo.
Good knowledge, good mentoring there.
Yes, and what do you use for Landmo and NMG, Scats?
The bow.
Yep. So for those of you, both runners don't have the bow at the moment, but if you do in NMG, you're using a bow for this battle.
I like to meme and use bombs.
Me too. There is nothing like blowing up Landmo and yourself. You gotta go big or go home.
So here's one thing is they could be using the hammer as well once they run out of magic. That does tempered sword damage.
Oh, when you spin with the sword?
No, they have a hammer. Hammer does tempered sword.
Hammer does tempered, but hammer Landmo is painful though.
Yeah, it's a little tougher to do the extension with the sword out, yeah. But yeah, you can time it though. It's like whack-a-mole.
Okay, now that we have boots and we have ether, so imagine if you did not do Hera Basement.
Cough, cough. All you Hera basement skippers.
Yes, you guys would be in shambles right now. All right, we're dipping in mire.
We do have Bobsled going for the Tempered Sword before going in, so I like that. It makes your fights easier.
Especially if you are going up against Vidi.
Yeah, Vidi, we have no immunity items. I know that Haas was filling up on potions, so we got lots of bottles, but nothing to make the fight easier.
Yeah, this will get complicated real fast. You know, now we could get bailed out in mire with a sword being in mire, but the meme says the sword has to be in swamp. But we're about to find out. So we're getting some life here.
So, Crystal, what are you looking for at this point in a seed?
Well, definitely fire rod. Definitely fire rod. That is something I'd be looking for. Our runners are probably, we don't know what opens up Turtle Rock yet. If Turtle Rock is a and Turtle Rock is a crystal, so we don't know what opens that up yet. Hookshot
I
is a
don't know about
must.
you. I
So
don't know about you. Sorry, go ahead.
I'd love there to be a hookshot somewhere because I'd like to see what's in swamp.
I'm calling left side swamp for hookshot.
Ooh, why do you want them to suffer through hookless swamp? That is sadness personified.
I was saying I've been burned once or twice by a fire rod in TR or Skullwood, so I wouldn't be surprised if we find it in one of those locations.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this is going to be real perilous, this Meyer play for Haas. And I'll tell you why. He's on Master Sword. He also has no bow. He has no Burna. He has no cape. That Vidi fight is going to be treacherous.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I have seen a lot struggle on.
Yeah. So, I
I
I agree with Bob getting that tempered because going in with no
Yeah,
protection,
it's a level of safety. It's gonna make the fight so much easier. Not only that, there is other ways they can damage the eyes. Bombs will damage them, and you can throw those from a distance and hit a group of them. So, good strat to damage them down before they start coming after you.
now
And Bob having the tempered sword means that's a lot less damage that is
scats,
going to need to be dealt.
we have a Houston, we have a problem. And cutscene chest having the big key is just sinister.
Yeah. I don't know. I've gotten so used to checking it. I know we have skippers. A lot of people like to skip the long checks, but I don't know. I feel like it burns you more than not. So I am not a cutscene chess skipper. That's my water break. Yes, I totally agree with you there. Not taking a Wizrobe blast to the face.
That's just merely telecommunication.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Angry Pants, explaining for our mentees. You have enough time to move the blocks in room 1, light torches, move to room 2, move the blocks, and light the torches for the cutscene chest. It's a little, you got to get your movements and your muscle memories cleaned up, and it is perfectly possible.
Now, I wonder if Haas has forgotten that tempers are in the library.
Could be that. It could also be banking on their opponent going back to get it, hoping to get a time advantage. Maybe they're feeling a little confident with their fights and hoping for any advantage they can get.
Okay.
Could be a mistrack. Maybe they forgot to mark it down. We don't know. I would love to hear into the minds of the mentors as they're routing them through this.
Us going back to buy. I wonder. We're gonna get the catfish play here on Haas's side. Meanwhile.
Oh yes, gotta be careful about the lightning. If you stand all the way on the right, I believe you won't get hit by the lightning.
Yeah.
Just a little fun fact for the mentees out there.
Yeah, you have to be so careful. Vidi. There's a reason why on the form they ask you what is your comfort level doing low health, these bosses, because it is very easy to get clipped by that lightning or by one of the errant little eyeballs. And if you are a green male, that, spells the end for you. And we're getting first. Wow, we're getting
Very nicely done on Bobsled side, with cleaning up the video fight.
And Haas is now doing the Zora checks. Wow. So just got the fillet from Waterfall Fairy, just got the bug net. Also filled up a bottle, I believe it was, forgive my color blindness, it looked green or blue.
Yeah, it was a green goo.
Oh. I mean, that will come in handy against Mothula if they are still with the Master Sword. And we're getting everybody's least favorite check. Again, the Agina. I love to call him Aghanim because I usually treat him like Aga and ignore it. But
I never ignore Agina.
are you kidding? He usually has a piece of heart, rupees, or bombs. And as evidence, he had rupees. I usually
I routed in early, I scout Desert Ledge, and I get it over with.
Okay, so now Haas has tempered. We're gonna probably go back to Meyer now for revenge.
Yeah, probably feeling a little more comfortable there.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Skullwoods?
We are about synced up again.
Yeah, this is looking. Where? Yeah,
Oh,
Skullwoods.
we got one going north and one going south. All right then.
Okay. Zax is doing Smith Chain.
I like that.
Yeah.
They've already cleared out a good chunk of the North Dark World, so I mean, if you're being efficient, this is your time to do it.
Smith Chain, do hammer pegs. Did teach him that wonderful, double button press. You get to zoomy with your item. So if you dash while holding the item, and you do both presses at the same time, that will, give you that wonderful little action there. We're going to send the Smith home. Now, if we had the powder, we could have done another good check, which is the magic bat, which is you hammer that little peg right there and drop into that hole, and you'll meet one of the happiest characters, the magic bat. All right, so Skullwoods. Hmm.
Nothing so far.
Oh
Found the
dear.
big key.
I wonder if Haas knows how to bomb jump across to the big chest. I don't think that was
I'm,
purposely done.
I was gonna say, I'm curious where we're walking to. Oh, they have not done Bonk Rocks yet. Okay. I'm curious now. Are we abandoning Purple Chest?
We're doing King's Tomb right now.
Boots, boots, boots. There's the fire rod in King's Tomb.
Okay. That opens up things.
Yeah. Uh, meme routing pays off, I guess.
Well, is it really meme routing though? Because that play is actually good, and we're gonna pick up the. Zax is actually doing really good routing right here.
Yeah, he's been on vibe routing, and I will say it works sometimes.
Yeah, this is absolutely good routing here. And we have some red pajamas, so that's gonna, quarter damage, except for spikes, because those hurt.
I feel like it goes a little bit against always be clearing dungeons, but when you get a feeling, I guess you just gotta follow it.
I like this. This is a bold strategy, Cotton, and I really like this.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely liking the play of Vice Palace here. It's gonna be clearable. We've got a
Yeah,
fire rod, potions, and we've got the Cane of Samaria for Icebreaker.
yeah. And if we know Zax, we know that he has taught Bob Icebreaker without a shadow of a doubt. So, or Ice Palace Bomb Jump. So one of those two. Bob knows, probably. And here we go. We get Graveyard Ledge here on Haas's side, offering up some health, and we get the heal.
Now, I'm curious. We have both red crystals. I'm wondering if we have progression on Pyramid Fairy.
Did you see that smooth icebreaker by Bob? I told you.
Yeah, that was clean. That was
If,
clean.
if it's
And
Zach doing the coaching, we know that icebreaker was going to be taught.
we've got Haas following right behind here. And we got Bombos in Ice Palace, so
That'll actually help with conservation in the fight of magic conservation and the fight against Cold Stare, because you can remove his encasement with one bombo shot instead of, a bunch of fire rod shots. So that's actually not a bad find.
Rule of Fire intact. Gotcha.
Yes.
Today I learned.
Oh yeah, you should know about fire locked fire, my friend. That's No, we gotta go take a look. Now, since we don't have fire, we don't have hook shot. There is a way you can bomb jump where we would normally hook shot, but we don't need to do that because we iceberg. But we're gonna do ice. Let's see. Come on, give us some iced tea.
We're having a little bit of trouble in Panganator room there.
Let's see. Uh-oh. And see, we didn't do the switch. So what chest did we miss? Let's take a closer look. We missed something because we don't have the big key. Oh, did he do freezer room? No, I don't think he did freezer room.
Possibly. No, that was a heart piece.
Oh, that was a heart piece? Cool. Because I thought he just fell.
No,
he
actually,
didn't.
No, it is freezer room. Yep. You're right.
Yeah, I remember him just walking through it. Ooh, so he needs to bomb jump to activate the freezers. Okay.
Yeah, that bomb jump's pretty free if you kind of tuck yourself up in the corner there.
There's our big key.
There it is, and we can just drop down.
Bomb down. Wait, did we get items in ice though?
Oh, I lost count. Did we?
So we have a choice between...
Oh yeah, it looks like on Haas's side, he was gonna bomb to go down, but might have been told, oh, nope, we got everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so good to keep count on your dungeon items.
All right.
Yes,
and based on how much magic Bob has right now, we have to use bombos at this point.
Yeah. There's a few other things you can do, sword beam duplication, but
he didn't have enough.
If you take some damage as you're going through the dungeon. So, but nice and easy with the tempered sword, so no problem there for Bob.
Yeah, so map is in the big chest then.
It's a nice quick kill. Let's see how Haas does on his side. This can be a boss that some newer runners struggle with.
So now I ask you this, Gats. Me personally, I have no qualms about going to TR. Because we have all 3 medallions. We have mids. We have hammer. And it looks like that's where Bob is going.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the best bet. We're still looking for Bo for Eastern and Pod, and we've already dipped them. So this is going to be your next logical place to look. I believe we still have Dark Mountain as well.
Yeah, we do. You can get the Bob.
Could have hookshot in the first check in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, you can bonk yourself over there, you know, unless you're one of those mentees who can hover it. But I wouldn't recommend that. You know, but the logical one is the one you can bonk to, which is the lowest chest.
Is that? I guess that's technically right. Could hookshot be in GT? Swamp Palace is a pendant.
Oh, so
we have, yes, it can. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it can, because
we could end up with a GT and a hookshot hunt, a GT big key and hookshot hunt.
So we know more likely than not, Bo is going to be in here.
Have we seen Spike Cave?
No, not yet.
I don't know that we've seen Spike Cave yet.
Well, they do
That's
have enough
another
in hearts to pull it off, so.
Yeah, that's another last location. Well, I mean we have potions. Uh I'm not sure. I haven't quite learned all the logics yet, but I believe potions can put that into logic.
Yeah, they have 8 hearts and potions, so yeah, that can be done. But we also, which were the red crystals? Scats. I think it was.
Red crystals were Tower of Hera and Meyer.
So pyramid fairy is an option.
Yeah, that's one that's still in my mind. That's
But
one
with
I'd be
the
thinking of.
crystals,
But
oh,
they're probably trying to pair that if they have to with the Swamp Palace.
ooh, having a dependent swamp and pendant hookless swamp. That's that's just brutal.
Yeah, I'd rather check all of GT
Absolutely,
than do
yes.
that, and that's probably their thinking too.
Like hookless swamp.
I mean, stranger things have happened, but Hookless Swamp is, as we
Just
get through TR here, it may look better and better.
no. Oh, really? Oh, that's pain. That just hurts. So we're delving deeper into TR right now. Mimic Cave is also an option. Uh, because we can use Lay Hammer to take them out, but
Yeah, I think this close to, only needing a couple items left, I think you got to start checking your options and being more efficient. No skips.
no, and since you're over here and you have the mirror, you might as well do it.
Yeah, especially Mimic Cave. That's going to be a really tough one to get back to if you have to. I
Yeah.
would hate to skip it and then have to come back to it. It would That's a huge time loss.
Also, if you're looking for an easy way to kill those pokies, use your fire rod. Right, Scats?
Yep, Fire Rod. Now the Tempered Sword spins, or you can use Gold Sword slashes if you have Gold Sword. But I believe Bombos will work just as well too if your aim is a little off.
So you're saying if I shoot like a stormtrooper, use pompos. Got it.
I mean, sometimes depending how they're lined up and what a rush I'm in, I may do it.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna see Mimic Cave in just a second.
Yeah, Haas dangerously low on health right now. Gonna have to be very careful. Nothing in Mimic Cave. Just a little couch cash.
Yeah. I probably would have used the boomerang and gotten that fairy because even Bob is low on health. And the enemies in Shovel. Oh no.
Oh, it's definitely on Shovel, guys. We gotta go check.
Remember, you know what we can also get? Remember that
What's that?
one floating island? Eee!
Oh, yes.
You don't think this seed would be cruel enough to make these poor runners do a fetch quest, do you?
I'd say they're gonna learn today.
Oh! Yeah. So I'm curious now because we have over in this area a mushy and a shovel, and I am really sweating here. I know
Yeah,
that has a fairy, but that half a heart. Ah,
we paid for the whole seat, but we only need the edge of it.
oh, opening up
Very
this.
good. I was gonna say, I hope they get the safety ledge here.
Yes, definitely.
I'm confused.
Oh, we
Haas has left TR.
All right, here comes the fairy to do some work.
Did they did they fly to get to safeties maybe?
Wait a minute. We may see the Spike Cave play. Or maybe not.
No, they Haas took a death, and I'm not sure, did they accidentally save and quit maybe?
Oh no. Come on. Come on, Bob. You can do it.
Yeah. Oh, and what
Oh,
does it give us at the very end? A mirror shield. Thank you. Are you a shield enjoyer?
yes, I am. I am a
Oh,
full.
thank you. We agree on something, right?
Yes, the mirror shield, I think, is one of the most clutch weapons out there. You know, I am a full mirror shield believer. And I am that probably makes me in the lower 2% of the community because, you know, they're always saying that no one needs the mirror shield, but I believe everyone needs the mirror shield, especially the mentees, because laser bridge can be really, really rough on a runner because you really have to stand in a certain position to avoid getting clipped. And a lot of our runners are just learning, and getting a laser in the kidney does kind of hurt. So, and we're gonna see what. Nope, we have to start the room over again. When you're just learning that particular move scats, it is so easy to pick up the skull. And
Yeah.
that bottom one had nothing. Oh no.
Or getting
So
bumped by the Baris.
yeah. So Gumby is telling Haas, go grab that mushy.
Yeah, we're here and we're looking for items, so I think it's worth the while you're doing your overworld checks.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm wondering if Haas was just not feeling comfortable with his loadout, and
Oh,
gonna come back to TR after doing some overworld checks.
so we're gonna see Super Bunny Cave here on Haas's side. Not a Sank card. And a. You know what? Haas actually does need that money because Haas has been purchasing a lot of potions. So anything we
Yeah.
can get to help, that would be great.
Yeah, and this is something that we had mentioned earlier about, originally we thought that maybe Bobsled was behind, but where execution is really making up the difference here between the runners.
Yeah. So yeah, it's looking like a fetch quest. So Zax is definitely gonna have Bob get that mushy. So now we have two places. So do you think it's in the dig spot or do you think it's on that mushroom?
Ooh, I'm
Or
gonna say dig spot.
dig spot? Or are you going to believe in the impossible, which is a slightly out of logic? Now, if it gives cape, then we know spike cave. But cape or burner. Then we know rush spike cave. But me being someone who has mildly um, dirty hands on occasion would just go ahead and go to Spike Cave now while I'm here.
Well, now here's a thought. Don't we have we haven't done magic bat, so we could fake powder and get an additional check out of that mushroom. I wonder if that has been gone over with the mentees, or a trick they know and have up their sleeve, or if they can even do it on
Powder
the.
was Lake Hylia Island, was it not?
It might have been. I don't remember. We saw it though.
Yeah, I want to say it was Lake Hylia Island. And if it was, then they don't even have to fake powder. They could easily just pick it up. So,
Yeah, but that's slow. We want to go fast.
yeah, but then you deplete all your medicine, and you have Haas on one end who's running on diet money.
Oh, there it is. On the shovel check, we get the bow.
So it was a fetch quest. Imagine that. So we are gonna rush pod, and we
Yep.
are gonna wombo pod and Easter.
Oh yes, and this is gonna be fun because Haas is gonna have some ground to make up here.
Now, for lack of intents and purposes, we are in a pseudo go mode. Pseudo go mode. Because Swamp is technically a pendant. Hookshot can be in GT. So, yeah, this. Now, what would be absolutely awful, Scats, is if Hookshot is in Pendant Swamp.
Yeah, I don't think the mentees are gonna be doing like Moldorm bounce or hovering, so
Yeah. Or it could be the shroom turn in, because we didn't do that. But imagine if it was in Pendant Hookless Swamp. That
I
would
mean
be.
I called it earlier, but we'll see. We'll see where it is because they are gonna need that to get across Moldorm too. So
So yeah, because to get a hover seed for our mentees would actually be quite dismaying. Quite dismaying. But I would see the mentees full clearing GT before even thinking about Hookless Swamp. What say you on this, Scats?
I don't know. I feel like if I'm in the area, it may be worthwhile checking it. Depends, but being that it's a pendant, uh, I don't know. I don't know. That's where you really got to go off feeling.
So this would be a vibe seed? Or vibe?
Probably. Yeah. I don't know. It works. It works sometimes. It just works. I think one thing is you can't go into it with just a route in mind. You gotta be changing based on, what items you're getting where. So, I
There
mean,
we go.
realistically, vibe routing is definitely the way to go.
This This is a seed, that's for sure. I mean, I'll be honest. If the mentors were running this, I believe Zax knows how to hover, but I would not recommend the mentees trying to hover because both of these, if I remember, I know one is definitely really new to the community, and that would be really a hard tech. Not to mention your fingers start crying at you if you start doing this for the first time.
Oh, definitely. I can tell you that I play with dexterity issues, and that's something that, do I know how it's done? Yes. Can I do it? No.
Well, back in the days when I used my Street Fighter controller, it was a bit difficult to do. Okay.
I would like to not break all my controllers.
Oh, no, 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 absolutely not. So we're getting the Eastern play here from Zax.
I'm curious why we didn't do pod first.
I want. Let me try to get into the mind of Coach Zax.
Maybe
Also,
comfort level.
I
Could be comfort
appreciate.
level.
Well,
My only reason for bringing it up is again, you're saving yourself mirror transition. If you're doing pod first, then you only have to mirror,
well,
and then
I'm
you can
thinking
put it away
because
after
all
doing
the
Eastern.
dip Eastern before was maybe hoping to see a, but that wouldn't matter either.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's one of those things that you're already doing it, so you might as well keep going.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, Haas is still looking for. We got to do TR, but wow. I think we're getting a little confused on where to go here.
I think Haas.
We're seeing some indecision. Oh, are we seeing fake powder? I was hoping for this.
You were hoping for it. Oh man, the person who doesn't have that much money. Oh, good luck, friend.
I mean, they, other than buying potions, they've already done all their checks that require money, so this might be a little bit of a feeling behind. Let's try it. And welcome in, Raiders. You're joining us for a open assured mentor tournament match between Haas and Bobsled.
Scats, that was vanilla.
That was vanilla?
Half magic.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
You'd think it would be randomized.
I know. You would think. And welcome to our Raiders. Glad to have you here. So far, we haven't found a hook shot. So the hook shot could possibly be in GT. Let's go. Oh wait, so Mushroom had nothing. Nada.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it's a good safety. Haas has been buying a lot of potions, so got the refill, so it didn't really get punished for emptying out the magic. So I see it as a win.
yeah, it is a win, and it will help in the Ganon fight if, they don't find silvers.
There's the hook shot on Helmy,
God is on Helmasaur. Oh, dears.
and that should be go mode
That is
for
most definitely
bobsled.
100% mode. Oh, we're getting Hobo check. And Hobo's not going to have anything. But if Hobo has a book, that's going to put him further and further away.
Yes, no hover seed this time.
No, we didn't want them to have a hover seed.
Well, I hope the
Oh,
mentees have practiced their silverless. And if you guys want to play the game and get your guesses in chat where you think the GT big key will be today from 1 to 22, you know what to do. Krista,
Scats, there's
what
only
is
one
what is your guess?
answer. There is no number. There's only a room. The sacred blessed room of Tile Room. Yes, I am a Tile Room believer.
You get out of here with that. That you called me mean.
You gotta stay. Haas, I want to say is first year.
I'm gonna give my guess as 14. I like Bob's chest.
All right. I finally opened chat so I could see the guesses. And I see that, at least one person believes in Tile Room because they put 22. So that's our Tile Room believer.
All right, well, Bobsled making their way up the mountain.
Yep.
Gonna take TR Portal here. And it looks like Haas is just trying to figure out their next step. They're gonna have to mirror. It looks like they found the bow. They're gonna have to mirror though, to get over to get their dungeons complete.
Yeah, because at this point, you have to just say, I'm in go mode. Hook shots in GT, because Swamp is a pendant. So you just try to complete your crystal dungeons so that way you can move into GT. And if I get, hook shot on the way, great. If I don't, I'm going to be looking through a whole bunch of chests in GT. And speaking of GT, we have it open.
So Bobsled going in at 135.15.
All right, so we're going right side, which means we're going to see hope chests left and right.
I like to start with Hope Chest.
Oh, we got the single arrow. We are 100% in official go mode.
Are we wait, I was gonna say, are we doing Tile Room with no key? That would have been the ultimate meme.
But that's always my third check, though, Scats. I am a devout Tile Room believer. That is my third check. Go hope left, hope right, tile, straight to Tile Room. Boom. Because sometimes you just gotta believe.
I don't know. I was watching races the other day, and it looks like Pink Magician is back.
All right, so we're in Stalfo's room right now. Getting another key, small key. All right.
Map says, please let Pink Magician die. I will route it only just for you.
Don't you just love when when you pay homage to your mentors? Yeah, it's always a good feeling. All right, so far.
Oh, Scanlor is asking what Pink Magician is.
Oh, you just made your mentor cry right now, Scats.
I didn't teach it to you for a reason, Scanlor.
Okay, so now we're getting the Armos Knights play here on Hoss's side. Meanwhile, we are climbing on diet health, so we have to be very careful here.
Doing really well, keeping the mimics positioned, using their sword charge to keep them from shooting, but having trouble in this room.
Those BMOSs, that's the one gripe. I love the mirror shield to death, but for some reason the BMOS ignore the poor little mirror shield.
Oh, I lost count. What was the big key number? I was too busy joking about Pink Magician. 8. Thank you. 8.
Yes, numero ocho.
Do we have an 8 guess? Yes. Acuhite. You get a lifetime supply of seeds. You probably already have that several times over.
No, you know what? I have the greatest gift. Hear me out. One of my modes I will roll for Aku. And that is beatable shop sanity, inimizer, key sanity with bees. That is what I play, Scats. And I'm sure that that is the gift that keeps on giving, better than Christmas.
I will play it. That would sound like it's up my alley.
All right, and we have Fire Rod equipped.
Going for spin strats though.
Yeah, because they don't have half magic, so I guess we're looking at magic
Conserving
conservation.
magic, not a bad idea. I locked myself out with magic in a recent run.
Oh no, that's not good. Because they used up the one blue goo already. So one blue potion has been used.
There we go. A nice one cycle in Wiz Robes 2. Meanwhile, Haas is cleaning up Pod, using the bomb strats on, or trying to use bomb strats on our friend Helmy.
Yeah, and we'll be happy to see what Helma drops.
Oh boy, Haas is actually out of arrows too. Gonna have to make sure he gets a pack before getting to the GT climb.
Now it's skipping, not even getting more magic.
I can hear Zach's yelling, "Go, go, go!"
That's some inspiration right there.
Yeah, you gotta believe if
But
you're in GT, your opponent is too.
you don't get a magic refill though. I probably would have taken the magic. Oh no!
We are getting troll dormed. Fall count activated.
Oh no! But
I don't know,
Scats,
Krista. I'm gonna want to see a little bit better action here, with better footwork. You know, it goes
Come
to
on,
show.
you can do it, Bob. Come on. I believe in you, Bob, because of the fact that I have fallen to, you know, our beloved troll dorm more times than I'd like to admit. It's
The
sad.
rando manager in chat, Zax's wife says, "To be fair, I hear no yelling." Well, then we must be okay. Maybe too busy laughing. I don't know.
No, I mean, troll dorm is serious business, you know? But I'm a little nervous for Bob because they did not get that extra magic. And remember, they don't have silvers.
They might
So,
be planning a potion refill before fighting Ganon. We've seen both of them go and get safeties now.
well, one bottle was used. And, you know, I know Bob is a second time mentee. So they do know silverless Ganon. We'll see how that plays out. We'll use the lamp and do the lamp glitch, which would lessen the use of magic. And we do have tempered. So yeah.
Right. Well, Haas getting close to Vitreous, almost on his GT journey himself. We have Bobsled dropping into Ganon at 143.55.
I'm a little surprised.
Here we go. Good luck.
Good luck. I probably would have bonked for the fairy just so I could have that extra little bit because Ganon hugs hurt.
This is some nice movement from Bob. You can tell that there's been some practicing here.
Oh yeah,
Getting the
absolutely.
double spins in against the wall. This is a a really good showing of a Ganon fight.
And the only reason why I said I would have bonked for the health from the fairy is because we did have half of the bar in magic. So that would have given us a little bit and we could of magic and then we have some safeties.
Oh,
Because
real quick,
now Bob
I
is
want
out of safeties.
let me interrupt you here. I want to point out something to the mentees. So Bob got hit by a fire bat there. A big tip for you guys is if you're gonna get hit by the fire bats, let go of your directional pad and you'll stay where you are. Once the holes are open here in phase 3, it's gonna be a different story getting hit by the fire bat and moving. All right, we do see Bobsled getting the torch glitch here by lighting that left torch before the right one goes out. And we are 12 spins in order to defeat Ganon without the silvers.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about tempered. Imagine having to do Master Sword Silverless. Ugh.
Spin to win, Beyblade mode, 52 spins with Master Sword.
Yeah, and doing 52 with 4 hearts is that'll have everyone biting their nails in chat. But this is looking good.
Getting some good timing on the torch lighting as well. I even saw them delaying it in order to get in better position. And there we go, guys. Get
Hey,
your GGs in chat for Bobsled and Zaxori.
and Scats, this is Zax's first time mentoring.
I know, such a good job. I'm so excited for my friends.
I know. I am so proud of Zax. And that fight was
Right.
really, really good for 4 hearts, was able to do it.
All right. Well, we've got Haas. He's gonna be doing the Vitries fight. Not sure if they've seen the race room yet. Now, whenever you're finishing a seed, you can hit done when you enter the pixelation of the Triforce room. But remember, if you haven't done it before, you gotta go all the way to the item collection screen at the end.
Yes.
We've got a lot of people coming up on their first race, so keep that in mind. I know it's so exciting hitting that dot done and getting your first race in.
Be careful. Okay, we're using a blue.
We've got a potion. With Vitries, it's really good to stay above them.
Yeah. Because you'll always be one sword slash away from him if you're above or below him.
All right, pulling it off though. Good job for that.
Job.
Surviving the fight there.
Hello?
Well, welcome, Bobsled, and GG's to you. That was a very clean
Jeez, Bobsled.
Ganon fight.
Oh, thanks. I've been practicing that one at least. That was an interesting seed.
So
yes, it was.
any notes, like what was the big thing that you were thinking going through it?
I mean, the big one was us not knowing that to do the fairy bottle mimics, I had to go to the right and not to the left to be knocked the other way. And if we would have got hookshot there, I think we would have ended up in swamp. That's what he was saying, and I agree. So I think we would have had a totally different ball game, which I think our error panned out.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny like that.
And I know you must have been happy when Helma dropped the hook shot, or else you would have been having to really dive deep in GT.
Yeah, that was kind of scary because that's exactly what we're talking about. It was that, and the shovel actually having the bow was very surprising. So that was yeah, it was a good seed. I liked it. It was fun.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
we
wonderful.
had a lot of divergence at the start. Your route was very different from your opponent's route, and I have to believe that's a bit from your mentor.
Yeah, I was telling him there was quite a few choices as we were going that I would have done entirely differently. I would have checked hobo at some point, or yeah, there was just a couple things. I would have went to Village of Outcasts earlier. Yeah, instead of going to the mountain.
Yeah, I was actually saying that as well.
Yeah, that was definitely the mentor giving me a few ideas on why we should be going up there. So yeah, I would have been in Village of Outcasts before I went up the mountain for sure.
And I was pro mountain. The denser chat.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense once we went up there. Doubling back to Hera right as we got the fire source, also probably not something I would have done. And he was just like, "Well, we're already up here. We got it. Yeah. Like we should go back." And that also paid off.
We had people in chat saying that they probably would have skipped that, so it was definitely good to go back for that. We got Haas going into GT, and we could see them getting an arrow, digging up arrows outside because we know we're gonna need them.
Well, they would have gotten one arrow, Scats. You know, the sacred single arrow. But
now, Bobsled. So, what is your experience coming into the mentor tournament here?
So this is actually my second mentor tournament. I am a year 2 mentee.
Mm-hmm.
I started only maybe a week before last year's, and I took about half a year off due to some life stuff. But So I played quite a bit after the mentee tournament, but I am incredibly rusty, and my decision making has never been all that good. So that's kind of the main focus.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm coming back after medical stuff is personal stuff, and it sucks to derust. I can tell you that, but I think a lot of your execution was still very clean.
Yeah, it really was. Because in the beginning, you had a short gap to fill, and your execution easily filled that gap. And, that's pretty much why you emerged triumphant. And I want to say most of your boss battles were really, really clean. Really clean.
Yeah, we were practicing blind before, and I've been practicing cold stare, and as you say, Ganon. Uh, so I feel pretty confident on the bosses. It's definitely the rest of the game I don't feel so confident on.
So let me ask you this. Since you are a second year and you went through first year, what would you say? Because this year has a lot of newer, as in brand spanking new mentees. What would you say would be a great, about advice that you would have for them? What would be good advice from you?
Oh,
Yes.
um, I mean, one, listen to your mentor. They're very smart. Two, uh, that's a great question. Wait, hold. I mean, for me, it's I this year I want to ask different mentors different questions to see different views on things because as like some rooms like this is a great room that he's going into right now with the mimics. There's so many different ways to do it. Finding what's comfortable for you is probably my biggest thing. And then yeah, practicing execution on bosses and stuff like I didn't used to do that and now I do, and it was noticeable, and so that's great to hear. I think practicing using the practice hack is a great tool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Was that's the first thing I did when derusting was pulled up the practice hack and just started doing bosses. That's highly recommended to any mentees or really anybody that's been away for a while. Is just getting refamiliarizing yourself with the game and the bosses and the mechanics and learning it again. Because this having taken some time away, things have changed just in that short time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, meta changes quite a bit when it comes to rando. And another thing like I would recommend is there are lots of pop-up races that happen between the mentees and certain mentors, that get in those and try to practice, because the more you practice racing, you get used to it and it gets rid of the nerves. Because a lot of us, when we have our first race, we get nervous, very nervous, because we're going up against other competitors. And if we're not used to that format, plus it also helps us understand the mechanics of race time, in terms of linking your Twitch account and, being able to set our OBS settings so that we're streamable. So there are so many things you can gain from this particular, event, and your mentors are worth a fountain of knowledge. And like Bob was saying, different mentors offer different levels of expertise. And once you start getting those different views, oh man, the things you can learn.
Yeah, I'm 2 years in now, and I'm still learning.
Absolutely. And remember, play for the love of the game and for fun. Don't add stress on yourself. We're all here to have fun. This game, we wouldn't be playing it if we didn't love it so much. because this game is heckin' fun. You know, including the many cursed modes that some of us play. Have fun with it. And that makes this experience even more enjoyable. Would you say that is true, Bob?
Oh yeah, I had never beaten this game before playing it as a randomizer. And
Really?
now yeah. And now I really enjoy this game, and I even I've played NMG a couple times, but I do plan to get into NMG because it seems very fun.
NMG? Oh, scats. Speaking your language.
You can come help me learn too.
You know,
We'll
I
learn
hear
together.
But yeah, it's super
and
fun. Another recommendation I have for learning is do the whole seed. That's
Yes,
fun.
always finish your
Because
seeds.
you're always gonna
Always,
find you
always,
run
always.
into different puzzles that you need to solve, and the more of those different things that you've had to figure out, then the faster you can do it the next time.
Bob,
You want to think about it.
if you're thinking
There's a
about
love. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say if you're thinking about NMG, there is a mentor by the name of Centipede that runs a lot of NMG.
Oh no, do we have a fairy? Okay,
Yes.
we do have a
Ooh.
fairy. Oh boy.
So if you're
Yeah,
looking,
I was gonna say that like just seeing a lot of improvement even in the first week. Um,
yeah,
I just had a practice with somebody that I had a 30-minute session with, and just seeing the improvement there is awesome. So you really get as much out of it as you put in. So one of my biggest advice is practice. Just practice it. Just pick it up and practice. Practice hack, run a random seed. Doesn't matter if it's timed, just do it.
yeah, and just
Repetition, muscle memory.
oh no, that was the book. That was a great place for the book, scats.
Well, now we have knowledge and we got to go check the tablets, so
Absolutely,
we can now read
that's
rules. And
it's a
Troll
book.
Dorm still reigns. So
How could you troll Norm? I think that was the last fairy for Hoss, and we're
yeah,
at
gonna need to be careful. Don't want to actually take a full death here. It's a long climb back up.
okay. To answer chat, Powder was on Lake Hylia Island, so no, everyone abandoned it. It's a sad day. And validation just had the arrows, so we didn't have to dig up any arrows, Scats.
They got lucky with just like 1 or 2 digs. So that's a luck sack there. You could end up digging for a while looking for arrows.
Oh, chat's saying they have one more fairy. But we are running on SOS mode right now with only a half a heart going into Aga 2.
Oh, and get sniped. Now we're really gonna have to be careful. That's the last fairy as a safety.
Yeah, so we got one right there. For Aga 2, you go with your comfort level. You don't have to use spin strats if you're not comfortable doing that. It's okay to smack one at a time if you have to. Because at this point, we're just trying to survive. And there we go.
They only have blue mail. They did not find red mail, like Bob did.
Which means those Ganon hugs are going to hurt even more. And we only have $200, which is only one blue potion.
Yes, there is a tree fairy. You go down and bonk the tree on the left. There's a fairy there. We could go catch one, and that might be what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, because that was what I was saying before for Bob, who had me petrified at one point.
I'm not sure if they know it's the stun prize either, but that's available.
No. We're gonna get to what? Hmm?
Yeah, maybe resetting it, or I think they're gonna fly for potions.
I think we're flying for one potion because remember I said we can afford one blue potion and
Yeah.
two fairies.
They can also top off their health here too by talking to the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and we'll get that full.
Oh,
No,
top off your health?
go back, friend.
I guess if
Maybe.
they were saving and quitting, then that's fine. Yeah, we don't have Aga defeated, so we have to go through a dark portal here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the fastest way would be pod entrance.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, here we go. Hoss is going to be dropping into their Ganon fight.
All right, let's go.
So we've got a fairy, we've got a potion. Yes, yes. Zaxorai is correct in bringing up that if they would have just, they could have just repositioned themselves and left a portal outside of the castle to flute back. So,
Yeah, that would have been the easiest one. Using at Link's house.
yeah, I think they were just having trouble positioning there.
I dropped my iPad, so I can't see chat anymore.
That's something that kind of comes with a little bit of experience. You start to see different different ways to line up, either shadows or terrain
Yeah,
that you line up with.
and that's where, having different mentors comes into play because everybody has a vat of knowledge, and they can really distribute that knowledge on.
Yeah, so some of us are good at routing, some of us are good at execution,
And
some of us are good at everything, and then there's me. I'm just I'm here.
one one thing we might want to do is use the hook shot to mitigate damage.
Yes, getting the iframes while the hook shot is extended is a great thing to do here in the
Yeah,
Ganon fight. And we're gonna use our first fairy here.
second. This is the second fairy.
Oh boy. Okay, now we really got to be careful. If that was the second fairy,
Yeah.
here's where I'd be telling my mentee to slow down a little bit and just focus on execution.
Yeah, he has a blue potion now, but the only problem is you have to equip it to use it. So, ooh.
Missing torch. Oh
No.
no. Okay, yeah, we missed torch glitch there. Normally, so for lining up the torch glitch, I like to actually bait the bat and stand away from the torch so that the bat comes to where you're standing and you can move in and light the torch without getting hit. And I
Uh,
know I said it during Bob's fight with Ganon, but if you let go of your directional controls when you get hit by a fire bat, you shouldn't get thrown off like that. It just kind of damages you in place.
okay. I think his mentor told him go to swamp and get those
I think we're
silver.
gonna go get silvers for comfort.
Yeah, and at this point I would agree. Plus, we have the opportunity to earn a little more money. Ooh,
Yeah, maybe get
we
a
are
potion.
Diet health right now. We need to open the dam first. Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree there. It's not a bad idea if you are struggling. You know, you got to play to your comfort.
That's the same reason that when we went to get the potions, he asked me, he's like, "Do you think you could do it without them?" And I was like, "Yeah, but it's a lot less stress to go get them."
Exactly, exactly. It doesn't hurt to have safeties. It's quicker than dying.
Now, what we can hope for Haas is that it is in the first, not this chest, because that opens the swamp front door, but in the first chest after this, right here. Now, if silvers are there by, so, and that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, I think we're just seeing nerves, and it happens in
Yeah,
any kind of racing format. Um,
yeah,
but I was gonna say with you know playing to your comfort, we do have runners that are all different experiences levels. You know, we have some people just starting, we have some people that are a little more
and
advanced or
and also,
returning for a second go. So cape is going to be a really good safety item as well.
yeah, because that will allow to dodge the bats. You can position yourself behind Ganon, hug the corner. Let's see if we get the Specky key grab. No, but we are going to Specky clip. So when we say Specky clip, what we're talking about is a rail clip that was invented by one of our mentor, which is Specky Specs. And it does allow you to skip the room where you have to open the floodgate to make this water and you have to swim it. That's why we don't like doing hookless swamp. Also, Scats, let me tell you a cute little tidbit. If you use the hook shot on that heart, sometimes you'll get 2 hearts.
All right. Yes, that is a good thing for the mentees is boomerang hook shot. Both will have a chance to give you an extra heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the rare things my mentor actually taught me. It didn't happen too often, but gotta give credit when credit is due. But he said, "But hook shot that," and I was like, "Wow, I got 2 hearts." And now we are going back to do battle. But first, we need to bonk the tree and get a fairy. We need some
Yeah,
action.
it's worth the extra second if it helps the comfort. Just don't die while doing it. Chat asking where we got the red mail. Yeah, it was purple
Purple
chat.
chest.
Yes, I believe they left the purple chest behind.
Yeah, they didn't do Smith chain.
I was adamant on doing it. I don't think Zax would have done it.
Oh no, Zach is allergic sometimes to purple chest, and we bumped on that mirror transition. So if you accidentally mirror into one of these structures, that's what we call a mirror bonk.
That might have actually been intentional to get the second fairy.
Yeah. Well, I think he got the second fairy. I think that was just so we'd have a quick transition and we can go.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We have Hot
Round 2.
versus Ganon. And each time you fall, Ganon's pattern changes.
So how does that work?
Well, it has to do. Oh man.
So I'll take it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Easy way to say it,
It's
and then
seeded the
there's
first
my
time.
real long convoluted way. So I think your easy way of saying it will be better than my long convoluted way.
Okay. So the first time you drop in, it's seeded. So both runners are gonna have the same RNG. It's the same. But once you fall and restart the fight, you're in for a new set. Yes. Yes. Chat pointing out you can grab the wall while you have the cape, and it will not consume your magic.
Absolutely, which is great in rooms like Tile Room and then our favorite Hera basement. You know, if you have the cape there and you just go hug a wall and make sure you're equipped while you're pressing that button because it's very important that you're gripping that wall in order for it to hold. And we got torch glitch this time.
Gotta
Ooh.
be careful with the fire bats. They almost got tossed all the way across by following it.
Okay.
All right, we do have a fairy.
Yes.
And there we go. Get
Yes.
your GGs in chat.
For Haas going through the first ever race as a new mentee. Oh, this is a proud mama moment, Scats.
You gotta give him kudos for finishing the seed.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And getting those silvers helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that in my run through the mentor tournament. Is go and get silvers.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we?
And in GGs.
GG's.
GG's. Wow. Could I find a bow to save my life, please? Anywhere? Like, really?
Yeah, we were taking lots of guesses about the bow.
Yeah. I took a few unfortunate deaths in that bow placement.
I'm almost wondering if the seed wanted you to go into Hookless Swamp looking for the hookshot, but finding the bow.
And it is funny that you mentioned that, is because I did mention something like that to Gumpy there, and I mean, it wasn't. We were debating on it because like there was one point where you saw me switch on the tracker there on mine where I had the thing for Swamp Palace. I had it marked incorrectly. I had it marked as a crystal for the longest time, and then when I finally changed it over to a pendant, I was like, well, I still need the hook shot. But we had a little talk about that. Like, should I go for it? I was like, nah, let's just keep going. We ultimately both decided to keep going, and well, I guess I should have dipped in there. Would have made things a little easier.
Anything that stood out in the seed to you?
Nothing particularly. It was just it was a fun seed. It was just tough plays. I mean, hunt for a few items there, but nothing really stood out. I had a lot of fun. It was a good time.
And I believe Krista said this is your first race ever.
It is. It actually is my first race ever.
I think you did really well.
Oh,
I think you did really well, and big kudos for finishing the seed.
Oh yeah, of course. About the 150 mark is when I got the news that Bobsled had finished, and I was like, oh, all right, well, yeah, but it was still a good time. I had a great time playing it. Definitely learned a lot, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next several seeds that are coming up in the coming weeks.
Yeah, you just got to get that practice in. We were surprised at the early race already. So
yeah, we it was just
Tactical advantage.
availability. Yeah, it was just availability, really. It's really what it came down to. So we just figured get it out of the way. I felt confident enough to take it on. Placement seeds were pretty good warm up. I was hoping to be sub 2, but I'll take it. 212's not bad.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
no, not bad at all. You know, we
Yeah.
see a lot of people coming in and they're all at different levels. So I think you did really well. I
Well,
think you
thank
did
you. I
really
appreciate
well.
that.
you did.
I really
You
do. Well, thank you very
and
much.
you still have some more games to play, and I wish you both the best of luck in those games. I know
Oh, see
you'll
you
be
here too.
successful in all your endeavors, and most importantly, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to restream and show
Oh,
everybody
yes.
what this mentor tournament is all about. You know, please give our runners a big fat follow. Let's show them lots of love. Haas being new, and we had a debate about your name, Haas. I
Okay.
pronounce it Hossleostros.
Hmm.
What is the true way to pronounce your name, so that way we get it right next time?
You got it perfect. I love the way you said it with that nice little accent and everything. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Or you can
Oh,
just call me Teddy if you'd like. It's just easier.
I shortened everything to Bob and Haas.
But Hoss is fine for me. I don't mind that in the slightest if that's what's easier. But I do love the way Krista said it.
oh, thank you. Yes, we called you that in the beginning. I called you that in the introduction, and then we shortened it to Haas because we were doing a lot of, back and
Yeah.
forth. Terry, we had to do it rapid fire, and I didn't want to put scats on there because, yo soy una Latina, so it's fine for me to have the accent, but I don't want to put that on scats. But thank you both. And we look forward to seeing you guys do more in the mentor tournament.
Thank you. I look forward to playing again soon.
Yeah,
Good luck
GG's.
on
Cheers.
your races, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys improve throughout the tournament.
Thank you.
Krista, do you have anything else?
No, I thank the Go Mode podcast for giving me this opportunity. I was going to participate this year, but I had some IRL stuff. But I'm glad they allowed me to stay on as a commentator. And Scats, it was such a pleasure doing comms with you, friend. We
Oh,
should do this again.
I'm so glad I finally got to com with you. I've been a long time listener, first time co-com with you, so it was such a pleasure.
Wonderful. And thanks to the Restream team, for our tracker, Fernap, and most importantly, Furious for making this happen.
Yes, thank you everybody involved.